Well, it is 11:11, so it's like, do I dare do a twin flame reading? We are. We've hit record. We're gonna go. So, welcome to my channel. My name is Miss Divine. Welcome to Masterful Divine Feminine 333. I'm very happy that you are here, and we're gonna do a twin flame read. Wow. And the first thing we got, the Ace of Cups. We got love, compassion, new feeling, emotional overwhelm, romance, new baby, proposal, marriage. There's a lot in that card. A lot of it feels like a rebirth energy within the connection. So it may not be an actual baby, but there's a level of a new birth energetically, a new cycle. Some of you may have come into union recently, actually, or like pretty close. For those of you that are thinking that like it's 11:11 and I'm watching this reading, that means I'm meant to be in union right now. Spirit wants to stop you right there. Okay, Spirit does not want you to take these messages and get ahead of yourself. All right, it's guidance. It's sometimes a little validation that you may need on this crazy ass journey. Do not get ahead of yourself. And it's also just also like telling you it's like a new beginning. Like you should have been, right? You should have been doing a lot of work, a lot of introspection, a lot of self-healing, a lot of growth, a lot of movement, a lot of everything, but questioning when you will be in union. And so if you did that and you come to this reading, don't relapse now. Don't relapse and don't be afraid either of what the outcome would be. So I also wanted to point out that this card is also number 1. So every time you see 111 or you see 11:11, like what are you doing? I would honestly say drop it in the comments. But at this point, there's no one commenting on my videos. But if when this video reaches you, please do drop it in the comment what you do when you see 111, when you see 11:11, because that's such a deep moment that you can have with yourself to be here now. So that can look like doing deep breath work. That can look like thinking about your twin flame and putting the both of you in golden light or white light. That can just be like asking them, how are you? That can be, like the deep breathing, holding your heart, holding your womb and breathing into those spaces. Whatever that looks like for you, what are you doing? What are you doing? So there's a lot of love. There's a lot of love, I think, between the two of you right now, even though you may not be in active communication, right? Like you're feeling a resurgence of love. So it could have been a period where you started to feel a lot more distant, and then you had to ask yourself, like, oh wait, are we in separation again? Because it wasn't like it was a fight. You're no longer at this stage where you're having these big fights and it's a separation, right? Things just kind of like silently drift apart. So you kind of had to check in with yourself, and regardless of how the separation happens, whether it happens from a fight or whether it happens just quietly, you kind of still have that similar feeling sometimes of like, oh damn, you know. But instead of trying to fix it and instead of trying to bridge the gap, you felt the emotions that you felt, whether it be anger, disappointment, and I think that ultimately it led you back to love. Like this understanding of love for yourself, understanding of love for your counterpart, and understanding of love for the connection. So if you're looking for this reading to be like, oh, you're gonna be in union tomorrow, or like do this now, then this may not be the reading for you right now, in the sense of you're obviously not aligned with that energy, but it could be the reading for you. And if you were to take away um what you wanted, what you should be doing, right? So if you're not aligned with inner union, then this reading is all about inner union. So you can probably listen to it, because this is the direction in which you're going, one way or the other, right? Whether you're going in there by surrendering, or whether you're going in there by being kicked because when you understand that when you choose to surrender, when you are surrendering, it's still painful as fuck, right? Like it's still hard. It gets easier, it gets a little bit manageable along the way, but there's still bumps as you surrender. So, you know, sometimes spirit will have to push you, and that push is not always the best when you are not choosing to accept the truth of this connection. So I'm not gonna go into all of that now because I do have like two twin flame playlists specific for twin flames, the healing journey, what it means. So I see what's speaking out there, right? See how that just happened? So the Ten of Cups. So I do have the two playlists for you to go and listen and get more detailed information about twin flames and what to do. Um, Go there. Not now. You can continue watching, but let me get back into the reading. Divine love, harmony, bliss, family, alignment, happiness, fulfillment, belonging, and support. So, outside of your twin flame journey, what does that look like? What does that feel like? There could have been a time where that the the Ten of Cups only looked like with your counterpart, right? Like that was the only vision. And I'm not saying that that's not happening. I mean, the way we're doing a twin flame reading, we get the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So, like, we're not even going to touch whether it's happening or not because it will always look like it's happening. Give me, it just got really windy. And let me just. Let me just get this point out and then I want to close my door and then I'll come right back, okay? Um, Ultimate completion, final manifestation, result of true will, recognition, continuation, realization, ending. So it's given like a lot of like stop and go energy, but like when I say stop, I mean contracts break and a realization, contracts break and a realization, contracts breaking, that ending new beginning cycle. So a lot of you, what I just got, like your divine masculines are definitely going through a spiritual upheaval of old contracts being burnt, but like in their hands. On some contracts they're just watching the flames, and other contracts like it's burning them. But as this is happening, there is a more realization of how true and divine their counterpart is. This is not telling me that they're going to admit that they are. I'm not getting that energy yet. Like, I do believe that they will, but what the message I want to come through is the realizations that they're having of how divine and how pure loving their counterpart is, and there's no going back from that, right? So a lot of what they thought a happy family would be is completely you know um on fire, literally in front of their eyes, like they're watching it burn. So that's sad. That's their journey. So that was the divine masculine. So that's where they are right now. If you're in this particular twin flame wave, whatever. Yeah. So then we have the three of, so staying with that energy. So I think both of you are doing this. I do think both of you like are looking at the old messages and things like that. Oh, actually, it's not as heavy as I thought. Okay, it kind of shifted a little bit. So there's the rest, a retreat, a new start, a recovery, a renewal, reflection. So it's going to take them some time. It's going to take them some time to get into that restart. So they're like in the renewal, and then they're like, okay, let me restart this relationship again with my counterpart. They may need to restart a relationship with themselves first. They may want to restart a relationship with a parent figure first. Like, there's going to be a lot of restarts that are happening, but they're doing it. Um, they're contemplating on when to reach out, right? Some may want to reach out now, but they may feel like it's too soon, only because there's still things on fire around them, so they may not. But they feel relaxed, right? They feel relaxed. They feel that this withdrawal that they have from you now is no longer like suffocating them. Like they're not too worried that you're freaking out about the withdrawal. There's a relaxed energy between the two of you during this particular period of divine introspection. I don't want to call it separation anymore. And I'm going to try to this one when to come out. Yeah, so the Nine of Wands, so finding the courage, right? So while they're contemplating, finding the courage, they're doing a lot. It's a lot happening. It's a lot. It's a lot interpersonal work. They have so many relationships that they're implementing in boundaries on. But like the most work that they're doing right now is on themselves, right? Like boundaries that they're setting for themselves. Like you said, you weren't gonna call that person anymore. Like, you keep calling them. They are a bit of from a long way, but not as long as you think. That's what Spirit is saying from reaching out and connecting. But they are being courageous. They are being courageous. They are continuously getting stronger every day. Let's just see what comes up. I'm not going to ask any questions. I mean, I do have questions, but I really rather just see. Yeah, I have to wrap up. Okay. And yeah, so we got a twin flame card here. We got the Two of Wands, so planning, expecting results, progress, decisions, discovery, leaving home. So there's this energy of like, again, with them, okay, well, if I try to, like their final attempt, their final attempt to repair and fix their current situations, but knowing that it is the final attempt. So before they would keep trying and keep telling themselves they're done, but they weren't done. Like this time, they're gonna completely move in a new direction. But for some, they're definitely gonna want to try again. If we wanted to look at a possible new start between you and your counterpart, I am getting Aries season. Some of you, something very significant happened in Aries season 2025, but others, there's that will you marry me for real now, Aries 2026. Because they want that. They want the love and they want the balance, but there's still that resistance, unfortunately. And then when you're a twin flame and you feel that resistance and you know that there's that resistance still, then that journey has to take you within and said, okay, well, what am I doing? Where am I creating that space that's still allowing that resistance to occur, right? And then ask yourself, can I go deeper into my surrender? Where are the blocks in my life, right? And then go deeper into that, evaluate that, and keep moving along the journey. I just want to get one more card. I kind of wish I remembered what I was saying when that wind kicked up. The wind has settled down for now, but kind of remember, I wish what I was saying, because that would have been a really significant message. Either way, I'm going to wrap it up soon because like I know the wind is about to kick back up. So Ace of Swords. So mental clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas, logic, sharp mind, surgery, power. So there's like this clarity is coming through. Whether it's gonna take them 2 months, another 4 months, 6 months, it's coming through. There's absolutely no escaping it this time. No distraction, no delusion, no anything is going to be able to shake or break them. So they need, for your counterpart, they need to have this clarity for their own, right? For their own divine purpose, right? Like it has to happen and it is going to happen. Okay, one more. This I pulled from the top. The Magician. Action, creation, manifestation, power, self confidence, clarity, willpower. So, like that clarity brings nothing but movement, right? Action. Like non-stopping. Like they're gonna come in and they're gonna stay and they're gonna commit and they're gonna do all the things. Death card, endings, new beginnings, change, transformation, change, transformation, end of cycle. Like one thing will end completely, the new relationship, the new career, everything will begin. The relationship will completely transform and stay that way, right? Like it's gonna be right? Returning to the Queen of Cups, compassionate. Both of you are going to be very much aligned to the energy of the Queen of Cups. I feel like you are right now, actually. Compassionate, comfort, calm, helping, emotionally stable, healing, caring, intuitive, and receptive. And I think that's one thing to really like about you is how intuitive you are. It's very beautiful. It's very sexy, if I must say so myself. And I just wanted to give you some messages that they regret. So I've been hearing this a lot of regret coming through in the twin flame journey, mostly from both sides, but primarily at this time, the masculine side. So spring just was at the bottom of the deck again, and we did talk about earlier that Aries energy. Why Aries? Because they're still hesitating right now. Okay, we got community and divine timing. So, I mean, when we doing a twin flame reading and we get divine timing, boo, enough said, right? I sure hope so. So, divine timing and community. Oh, you know what I need to do? Fudge. And I didn't do this in my other reading, so that's going to be quite the sucky thumbnail. How to capture that baby. Community. Friendship, fun, a light heart, enjoy downtime with friends and family for you, for the both of you, right? So, just finding some time to enjoy whomever you haven't cut out your life yet. Yeah. Having community, being community is important right now. Some of you may like want to plan a nice vacation to Greece for some of you, right? Wherever. You may just want to volunteer, get more involved in community affairs. Nice, do it. And if you are doing it, Spirit wanted to affirm that you're doing the right thing. And divine timing, patience, perseverance, peace. Trust that the divine knows when. Yeah, and we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.